Okay.
Okay, my friend Warren, for today's lesson, we are going to talk about what are the differences between the Judaism and the Christianism. And it's very important for me and for you and for everybody who can be interested in this topic. I think it's very important for me to have your point of view about this after we read this, okay? So
Okay.
we're going to read a small article about what are the main differences and the main similarities about both religions. So we are going to start reading, please. Please start.
El judaísmo y el cristianismo son dos religiones abrahámicas que comparten algunas similitudes, pero también tienen diferencias significativas en sus creencias, prácticas y enseñanzas. Aquí hay algunas de las principales diferencias entre ambas religiones.
Okay, so the Judaism and the Christianism are two Abrahamic religions that share some similarities, but also they have significant differences in their beliefs, practice, and teachings. Here we have some of the main differences in both religions, okay? So we are going to start with the first one, which is creencia en Jesús, to believe in Jesus. I will read always the Christianism part, and you're going to read the Judaism. ¿Ok? Ok, cristianismo. Los cristianos creen en Jesucristo como el Mesías y el Hijo de Dios. La creencia en Jesús como el Salvador es fundamental para el cristianismo.
Judaísmo, los judíos no creen que Jesús sea el Mesías ni el Hijo de Dios. Jesús no desempeña un papel central en la fe judía.
Okay, so here we have the main difference is Jesus. Okay, so Jesus, he has origin in Israel, but it was very important for the Christianism, but was not for the Judaism. Okay, this is the main. Okay, textos sagrados.
So, but the main part is it has to do with the resurrection. Is that the Jewish people do not? So Jewish people acknowledge Jesus's existence as a teacher. He was very prominent in many written pieces in that time and in the Middle East. But he was, we were taught that he was murdered. He was by the Romans, and he was, and that was it, and it ended there.
And that's it. Yeah. I was very interested in the history, in the historical part of the Judaism and the Christianism, especially in Jesus. There are not so many records about his existence. The only records that we have is in the New Testament, in the Christian Bible, and there's a few records. I think about the Roman Empire, for the Roman history, because it was under the rule of Pontius Pilatus, Yeah, but there are not so many other records apart from what the believer of Jesus wrote, So yeah, so I am very interested in to know more about the existence, the historical part, So maybe we can do that for another lesson.
Well, the interesting part is when I see the word los judíos no crean que Jesús sea el Mesías. So in Judaic belief is that when the Messiah comes, that the world becomes a beautiful place. There is no war, people don't kill. So that's all still going on. So that helps support Jewish people's belief that it hasn't happened yet.
Yes, it makes sense.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, so textos sagrados. This is referring to the text. So Okay, for the cristianismo. La Biblia cristiana consta del Antiguo Testamento, que comparte con el judaísmo, y el Nuevo Testamento, que contiene los evangelios y otros escritos que narran la vida y enseñanzas de Jesús.
So, los judíos se adhieren principalmente el Antiguo Testamento de la Biblia, que incluye la Torah, which is los 5 primeros libros, y otros textos sagrados.
Okay, so here we have something in common. The Christian Bible has the two, you see? So the Antiguo
Yep.
Testamento, which is the Old
First
Testament,
Testament, yep.
that is shared with the Judaism, and the new one. The New Testamento is written by the followers of Jesus, you know. Judaismo only use the Antiguo Testamento, which is the Torah. Okay, but
5
okay, this is my question to you, because I have I don't remember where I read this, but the Torah is only one of the books. Could be?
No, 5.
A Torah is 5 books.
Yeah, and if you do a fast search right now, so Genesis.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay, let me see. Look,
Yeah, this is.
libros que componen. Okay, this is really interesting, this lesson, my friend. Thank you.
Yeah.
Libros que componen la Torah.
Antigua.
La Torah.
Yeah.
La Torah. Let's start with this. And I think I am the only person, I have to tell you a secret, my friend. I am the only person in my family who is interested in the Jewish religion, to be honest. Yeah.
There you go. Genesis,
Yeah.
Exodus, Numbers,
Okay,
Leviticus.
let's start with this.
Okay. I guess I do know this. God knows I studied enough.
Genesis, Bereshit.
That's the
Shemot,
beginning.
Éxodo,
Exodus.
Números, Baikra, Levítico.
Bimidbar, yep, Devarim.
Okay,
Yep.
okay, please read this part.
So
No,
todos,
todo, sorry. Todo como los cristianos pueden leer y comparar traducciones. Okay, this is just something to.
it's just a quick.
Okay, let's start. Okay, libros que componen la Torah. ¿Qué libros? Okay, let me ask another question here. So what is the main difference between the Antiguo Testamento for the Christian and the Torah for Judaism? Okay, so I will ask this question. ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre el Antiguo Testamento y la Torah? This is very important. Okay, please read this.
La Torah se corresponde únicamente con los primeros 5 libros de la Biblia cristiana. Esto es el llamado Pentateuco,
Pentateuco
del Antiguo Testamento. Eso quiere decir que la Biblia contiene las narraciones de la Torah, pero en esta última no está contenida toda la Biblia.
Okay, this is a contradiction. Let me. Okay, let me see here. ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre la Torah y el Antiguo Testamento? Okay, this is very important question because we share something in common, you know? So we share this. So now we need to know what are the difference in this similarity, okay? Okay, please, let's read. Usually, okay, this guy is an atheist, you see? Ateo que nació judío y sigue valorando a su gente. Okay, what is the meaning of this?
Ateo, so que was born Jewish, right? Nació judío y sigue valorando a su, I'm not sure, valorando
he still value his people, you know, so he respect, he respect, okay?
Okay, so this is what I understand. The Torah se compone de los primeros 5 libros del Antiguo Testamento, eso es Génesis, Éxodo, Levítico, Números, Deuteronomio. So, como ya ha explicado, el Antiguo Testamento contiene el resto de la literatura religiosa judía con libros de profetas y hagiografías.
Yeah,
okay, now I can help explain. Okay,
Okay,
so
so as I explained, the Old Testament contains the rest of the Jewish
literature.
religions literature with prophet books and this,
Yes.
okay?
So there is an
Okay,
additional set of readings.
yeah,
So there's an additional set of readings that are used in supplement to what, and their stories. The Haftorah is the stories that are associated with the portions of the Torah. So on every Sabbath, every Saturday, a portion of the 5 books is read in order every weekend. It
yeah.
starts
Look,
with the beginning all the
yeah,
way to the end.
yeah.
Yep.
Here is what you are saying.
Yep.
In
Yep.
the second paragraph is what you're saying. Look,
Yep. La
please.
Torah es lo que escribió Moisés
Moisés,
y cuenta la historia desde el
desde el
inicio
inicio del mundo,
del mundo hasta la llegada de los israelitas en Israel y la muerte de Moisés. Cada sábado se lee una porción de ella,
you see,
completando la lectura unas 50 semanas, 50,
50 semanas.
50 semanas, o cada año lunes solo. Yes,
Okay, okay, this
I
is
get that.
exactly what you say, you see?
Yep.
So the Torah was written by Moses and tell the history from the beginning of the war until the Israeli people comes to Israel and when
He died.
Moses died. Yeah, every Saturday is
We read.
so we read like a portion or a small bit of it,
Yep.
completing the lecture in about 50 weeks. O cada año, or each year. Okay.
It's the song. Yeah, we have a lunar calendar, which is why
Yeah.
the months New Year doesn't line up.
Okay,
Okay.
let's continue here.
Los libros de profetas cuentan la vida de los varios profetas como Josué, Daniel, Samuel y Isaías.
Isaías,
Y tienen lugar después del establecimiento del antiguo Estado de Israel. En el servicio religioso del sábado sirven de Haftorah o complemento de la lectura del Torah. I love it. That's what I just said.
Okay, so it's your turn to translate
So
this.
the books of the prophets cuentan about life.
They tell or they narrate
tell about life and the various prophets from Joshua,
no, like
Joshua, Daniel, Samuel, and Isaac. And they had
and they take place
they take place después
después is after the establishment of the antique state of Israel.
Yes. And then
Okay.
in service, and at the service of the religious service on Saturday, you servan de Haftorah.
Yeah, they serve or they say
They
or are,
read, they
oh
sing,
yeah,
right.
or are useful for or
Haftorah, which
yeah,
complements the lecture in the Torah. So
yeah.
it's another set of stories
Yeah,
that we
Josué,
read
Daniel.
right after.
Yeah.
Right after.
Okay. Okay, let's continue here.
Los agiografías se componen de libros de salmos y canciones y poemas, además de las historias de vidas de personas no profetas, inclusive unas mujeres. That includes their wives. Unos de los libros, Esther, Cantar de los Cantares, Ruth, Eclesiastes, Lamentaciones, se lean en determinados días festivos.
Okay. Is clear this? So these hagiographias are a specific type of text, okay, that are composed by books of psalms, songs, poems,
Yep.
and also
After,
the history of life of persons that they were not prophets, okay?
yes, like
Inclusive some women's.
one of
One
the
of the
books.
books, Esther, Cantar, blah, 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 Ecclesiastes, blah, blah, they read these books in specific days of festivity days, okay?
Yep, that's Purim, the
Yeah,
holiday of Purim. Yep.
yeah. Okay,
Okay.
here, the last one.
Un paralelo, más o menos, sería que la Torah equivale a los libros de Evangelio, los profetas, a los hechos de los apóstoles, las epístolas y las agriografías a Apocalipsis. Bueno, esa última equivalencia no cuadre, pero bueno.
Okay. It's not very clear for me to understand, but I will say that we have a lot in things in common, okay? The only difference here is that you don't have this. Profetas a los hechos de los apóstoles. You don't have this apostle writing because you don't believe in Jesus, in the resurrection of Jesus, okay? But let me read something else if I can find something else.
I'll give you something to have you ever read anything about the Anglican religion in England?
No, I never, but here there is an Anglican church here.
So the Anglicans actually include the Old Testament in their readings throughout the liturgical year. So if you ever, I've been to an Anglican church and I went, wait a minute, there's Hebrew up there and there's Old Testament stuff before they get to the New Testament, but they include it and they acknowledge it, whereas most of the Catholic Church does not include it in any of the liturgical and the religious service.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I was very lucky growing up because I had so many Catholic friends that, so as a side note, Judaism and Catholicism are inviting to people of non-believers. So if you came to a synagogue and said, I would like to watch your religious service, we would invite you in and sit with you and give you a book and show you where we are, because the things are in English and in Hebrew. If you go to Catholic Church and you want to watch Mass on Sunday, they will invite you in.
It's
they
the
will
same. Yeah.
Yes, but not all religions do that.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. And
So
in some religion, they ask you for money at the same time.
Well,
Yeah.
but the thing is they believe, like, for example, in Arizona, we have a very large Mormon population, and they believe that the service is for the believers only. So it's very secret. Unless you are an accepted Mormon, you're not ritual. The word is ritual. So you're not allowed to observe the ritual unless you have been accepted as a believer. Whereas Jews, Muslims, you're invited. Just follow the lead. Take your shoes off. You know what I mean? If you're Muslim, you take your shoes off and you bow and just follow what we do, and everybody's invited. But some religions do not include others.
Yeah. Okay, look, my friend. Yep. This trying to read this as a homework, okay? The second text, okay? This one, because I think it's more complete. Look, because it say, what books has the Torah that contain the Old Testament?
Yep.
And here you have the Antiguo Testamento was written between this year, you see?
Yep.
And then, okay, all the Antiguo Testamento books, okay?
It was a spoken, so
Estructura is the structure.
Yep.
And then probably below is the books of the Torah. Let me see. Torah. Okay, please read here. Only the first one.
Okay, la denominación Antiguo Testamento plus al que se la suman los escritos de los apóstoles como un todo que los cristianos llaman la Biblia, es una apropiación indebida. La Biblia es el nombre de la Torah, ni antigua ni moderna, simplemente judía.
Okay, you call la Biblia the Bible at the same time? The book?
Well, I would say Torah. The
Okay,
Torah.
okay, you don't say Bible, but some people,
No.
some Jewish people say Bible or not?
Not remember the concept of orthodoxy. So the least religious, the reformed, may say that, but it was the Torah. I mean,
Okay.
in English it's the Bible. You know what I mean? So in a secular way, when it's, you're talking about non-religious, you'd say, yeah, we read the 5 books of the Bible. The first 5
Okay,
books.
okay,
We
yeah,
stop there, and then you go off to what you're
yeah,
doing.
this is the colloquial way, yeah. Okay, so let me share with you this link. I think Quora is a nice page for this kind of debate, okay, because they are written by real people, okay, not a machine. So I'm gonna send it to you for you.
All these things are interesting to me.
Yeah, this is something good to, yeah. Okay, now let's come back to the machine. Okay. Okay, the number 3, Trinity, de Trinidad. Los cristianos creen en la Trinidad, que consisten en Dios Padre, Dios Hijo, Jesús, y Dios Espíritu Santo, como única entidad divina en 3 personas. Okay?
Yep.
So it's like for us, we have the God is separated in 3 parts.
Father,
Okay?
the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
The Father, the Son, and
This
the
is
Holy
part of the belief,
Yeah.
But now, for example, this is another thing that I am as an adult, because now I am an adult, I have 40 years old.
Finally.
You know that finally.
Finally.
Yeah. So
It took
now,
you to me. Listen, I'm 65 and I'm not an adult.
yeah, okay. So now, because I am an adult, now I can reconsider some things, This is not that I don't believe anymore. This is something that I am, they say, okay, this could be true, this could not be true, So it's like I am reconsidering my things inside. I still believe in God for sure. I still believe in Jesus. But there are, I think, some things that are not really, really clear for me. Okay. So, okay, but anyway, this is part
But you
for
know
another.
that the Father, which is God,
yeah, the same
is
for you or
the
for me.
same Father, is the same for Jews as it is for Christians and Catholics, just as in the Father is the same for Muslim, Jehovah. It's the same. We all believe in the Father. That's the one similarity between all our religions.
Yeah.
We believe in the Father.
Yeah, and the rest is like is a history, so you can believe or not, but it's a history. So I know that at the end of the day, we are going to be judged by God, so, or the only God, or the universe, or whoever you want to call you.
Yeah. Well, hopefully my good things outweigh my bad things.
Yeah, many people now, probably you're aware of this, they are talking about the universe, the universe. And what is the universe?
The scientists.
You see, the universe. So it's like they find the solutions in the universe. Everything is about the universe. Could be God, could be the universe, but I will say that everything that the science is not possible to explain, I am not saying that it's not true, because you need to believe. That's why you need to believe. But, for example, there are some things that the science can't explain, for example, spirits.
Right.
I believe in spirits, to be honest. They exist. The devil and the God, both exist. And you can see in the people. It's not a specific figure. For example, I can see in you, in yourself, that you are a good person. You're something good. You're not devil. You know what I mean? And when you see someone who is really bad because of their actions, you can say, okay,
yes.
this guy has a devil influence, Okay, this is what I'm trying to say. So you can see in the people, in the government.
You know what I do? I blame parents. So my solution is, because Jews don't believe in eternal damnation. There is no such thing as hell, because God doesn't, because we believe that we're, even if we make mistakes, we're given a chance to be forgiven. Every year it gets to be wiped clean. And next, on the 25th was Yom Kippur, and I will go to synagogue with my daughter, and I will not eat, and I will be miserable while I'm saying, please, for whatever I did during the year, which was bad, forgive me.
Yeah.
For all the good things that I did, I'll try to do more of those. And then, at the end, at 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, when it gets dark, we go eat. And that will be how my day will be on the 25th.
Yeah, you need to
I
do
like
good
things
for,
like
yeah,
this.
you need to help. Okay, I have how I am. For example, if you're good with me, I will be really good with you.
Yeah.
If you are bad with me,
Your
I
parents
will
taught
ignore
you.
you. Yeah, I will ignore you. And if I have to, to kick you, I will do it as well. Okay.
So I like this. I like this, that we read this, even if you're an atheist, because I have many atheists, they're scientists, and there is no intersection between religion and science with
yeah,
them.
I know.
Only science. So people turn, I'm reading this last part. So Jews are very strict, and get monotheista is one, right?
Yeah, one God, one God.
One God, the idea of and reject, right? Retratha, the idea of the Trinity, of the Trinity. So they believe in one God, supreme, right? Unico y indivisible.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
okay, but that's the one thing that I can always say. Listen, I try not to talk about, people say you can't talk about politics, or you can't talk about.
You can. If you talk with, you can. If you talk with respect and you respect the other point of view.
That's why this is
fine.
interesting.
Yeah.
Because I'm learning. I'm
yeah,
seeing
because for example, if you talk with my dad about this,
yeah,
probably he won't. He will try to convert you. You understand? So yeah.
As many people do.
Yes.
But how old is your father? How old is your dad?
He is like 65. Yeah.
The same age as me.
Yeah,
So he's
65.
same age.
And he's like, very,
he has
very
strong beliefs.
Yeah,
he has strong beliefs.
Yeah, he's like, his life is, So I am not judging him because he has good values, okay, because he has like very good values. But there are so many things that I say, okay, I can't live without going to the church every Sunday, you understand? So it's like, yeah.
I don't go.
So I believe, but I am not extremist. You know what I mean?
Well, remember, when somebody says to you, and this is where I have disagreement completely, that God only hears your prayers if you go to his house. I don't believe that.
No, this is not true.
You can pray anywhere you want. You can ask for help. You can.
Yeah. At the end, when you go to bed, you should. You need to be thankful for the good things you receive, and also to
Now Glenda's Catholic, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Before when we get in the car to take a trip, like we went.
She do the cross. She do the cross.
She holds my hand and she closes her eyes and she says, "Dear Lord, please ensure our safety when we take this adventure together." And she doesn't say in Jesus' name. She says, and please protect us and protect Lauren. Thank you, God, because she knows that it's difficult. I won't say in Jesus' name, but when she says, "Dear God," so she's praying as a Catholic, and I'm supporting her because we believe in the Father too. And every trip, always the same. It makes my heart feel good.
Yeah, my friend. Okay, let's do number 5. Number 5. Diferencias doctrinales. Cristianismo.
Here, I was going to say, roll back up a second because it said this is about the liturgia. So the writing.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry. This part, number 4. Liturgia y culto. Cristianismo. Los cristianos participan en la misa, la comunión y otros rituales religiosos centrados en Jesucristo. La adoración a menudo incluye imágenes e iconos religiosos.
Yep.
Go here.
Los judíos asisten a sinagogas para el servicio religioso y la lectura de la Torah. La adoración se centra en Dios y el uso de
Imágenes.
imágenes o iconos está prohibido.
Okay, so here we have the main difference. So the
Yep.
image of icons are prohibited, and in
Correct.
Christianity, we use a lot of image, okay?
Yep.
Or other
Yep.
religious icons, okay? And all the, the ceremony here are centered in the life of Jesus,
Correct.
whereas here is in the history of
The stories of life, the stories of the Torah.
lectura de la Torah, okay? Okay, let's
So
go
this
to
past
diferencias.
weekend, so just so you know, on the New Year, so one of the sections in the New Year that we read was about the reason why the Orthodox have the long hair and the bushy beards. So there is a section in there where, and I read it, where it says, if you give me a child at 100, Abraham was 100 years old, I will give him in service to you. And then it says, no razor will touch his head. So those Orthodox, highly religious Jews do not cut their hair and do not shave their face. And so I read that section. Rachel, my daughter, looked at me and said, see that? That's why they're so hairy. And I'm going, but we already knew that because we've read it before.
So it's in the
Old Testament. That's right.
Testament.
If you serve God, you are not. If you are to be a priest, to be a rabbi, you are not to cut your hair.
Okay.
Any hair.
Okay. Let's do number 5. Interesting, really.
Yeah.
Diferencias doctrinales. Cristianismo. Los cristianos creen en la salvación a través de la fe en Jesucristo y la gracia divina. La doctrina cristiana incluye la creencia en el pecado original y la necesidad de redimirse a través de Jesús. Okay? Go here, Judaism.
Yep. Los judíos enfatizan la observancia de la ley
de Dios.
Ley de Dios. Torah y las buenas obras como camino hacia la rectitud y la relación con Dios. No crean en el concepto del pecado original.
Okay, pecado original is the original sin. Okay. So so you know this. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Just come back here. Diferencias. Sorry.
There's one word. Scroll. Where's that word? Enfantithan.
Enfatizas is emphasize.
So
okay. The Jewish emphasize in the observance of the God law, okay, the Torah.
Yep.
And the good work in a way for the rectitude and the relation with God. They don't believe
here.
Camino is way or road, okay?
Okay, so that's caminar, right?
Yeah, Camino is the way, actually, see? The way towards
righteousness. Okay, I understand.
Yeah. And the relation with God. They don't believe in the concept of the original sin.
The original sin, yes.
Original sin, yeah, perfect. Yeah. Let's do the last one about the difference in the festivities, okay?
Okay.
Cristianismo. Los cristianos celebran festividades como Navidad, Christmas, Pascua y Easter, aunque están relacionados con la vida y la resurrección de Jesús, okay?
Yep.
Judaism.
Los judíos celebran festividades como el Shabbat, sábado, Pesach, Pascua de Judía, Rosh Hashanah, Año Nuevo Judío, y Yom Kippur, Día de la Expiación, que tienen sus raíces en la historia y la tradición judías.
Okay, when was the Rosh Hashanah?
Was last Saturday.
Okay, sorry for having congratulate you, my friend.
No, we talked.
Yeah, but anyways, I haven't said anything. So, congratulations for that. Okay, so, ¿qué tienen sus raíces en la historia y la tradición judía? Okay, so we were talking about this the previous lesson, remember?
I want to give you one. I give you one advice, one proper thing. So on Yom Kippur, that is the day of reflection. So you never say Happy Yom Kippur.
You don't
Nobody,
say that.
no, nobody is happy on Yom Kippur. They're fasting. They didn't brush their teeth. They didn't wash their face. They didn't take a shower. They go to prostrate themselves to God to say, I'm sorry. So my friends that truthfully are ignorant, that don't care,
they say
say Happy Yom Kippur, and then I have to give them an education about what it means. So
Okay.
the best way to greet a Jew near Yom Kippur is to say, have an easy fast.
Have an easy fast.
Because you're going to fast, you're not going to eat. So
Okay.
I wish you an easy fast for that day.
I wish you an easy fast. Okay.
Does that make sense?
and for Rosh
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Okay, Happy New Year. Yeah.
So in Hebrew, you say Lashana Tova.
The Shana Tova.
Yeah, let me find the chat and I'll write it for you.
Okay.
Here, come here, chat. Where are you?
And to end, we're going to watch a small video about the same thing. Okay.
Okay. How come I cannot write in the chat box? There it is.
Let me find diferencias.
If you say this to one of your Jewish friends from Argentina, when you see them, if you have any, if you say this, you will be very respected because that means you tried.
You
to learn. Lashana Tova.
Lashana Tova. Lashana Tova. Lashana Tova. Okay, I will copy and paste this. I have one customer of mine is Jewish, but here in this region there are not so many. But in Buenos Aires there are so many. Yeah.
Yes, there's a big Jewish community in Buenos Aires. Even I know that, especially in Madrid, because I've gone to the old Jewish community in Madrid. I've actually gone to the temple. I did in Havana when I was in Cuba. I went to the old city where the temple was. It was a great feeling,
Okay, and what was sorry, my friend, what was the other phrase you told me?
Have an easy fast.
Have easy,
EASY, fast. FAST.
Like
fast.
This?
Yeah, like so when you don't eat, you are fasting.
Okay. Have an easy fast. This is for Yom Kippur, right?
Correct.
Okay, I need to find how to spell it.
YOM, I'll help you.
Okay, let me go here. YOM. YOM.
Yep, and then new word KIPUR.
Okay, it's easy. Yom Kippur, like this?
Yep.
Okay, have an easy fast. This is for Yom Kippur. Frases para decir a un hebreo. Okay? Hebreo y Hebrew, o judío is Jewish, okay? Okay. Frases para decir a un hebreo. La Shana Tova, Happy New Year. Have an easy fast. This is for Yom Kippur. Okay, thank you for sharing, my friend. This is, you see, here, I have in my Gmail. Okay, let's come back here, and with this we end. So, diferencia entre el cristianismo y judaísmo. The same, but in a video, okay?
Yep.
Okay, this is interesting. Why Jewish don't believe in Jesus? Okay, maybe this could be for another
That's a long story.
Yeah.
But it's easy to understand because the Jews do not believe in resurrection. When he died, he died.
Look, this is
that's
another.
the main reason.
Yeah, there are so many of this video. They are here. They're from Argentina. These guys.
Yeah, they're Orthodox.
A lot. Yeah, there are a lot of Jewish Argentinians here. A lot.
Yep.
Let me see. Okay, maybe another day we are going to do this one. Look. This one. ¿Qué similitudes hay entre el judaísmo y el islam? Okay.
Yep.
Maybe this is for another.
I have had those discussions with the imam at a mosque. I had a Muslim girlfriend for a little while, and she wanted me to learn more. So, we can't be together unless you convert. And I went, well, I like you, but I'm a Jewish man. I'm not going to convert. And
Yeah. Okay, let's do okay, this is really interesting for another session. Look, Islam, Christianity, and Judaism share the same God and prophets.
Told you.
This is
We
interesting.
all believe in the Father. We all believe in the Father.
Okay, let's start here, my friend.
Corson en un minuto.
¿Cuál es la diferencia entre los judíos y nosotros los cristianos?
Pues los judíos viven en el Antiguo Testamento. Un judío no cree que Jesús, quien es nuestro Dios y Salvador, ellos no creen que Él sea el Mesías. Ellos siguen esperando el Mesías. Entonces ellos siguen viviendo bajo la ley de Moisés. Nosotros recibimos nuestra salvación por la fe. Es un regalo. Nosotros somos salvos por gracia. Ellos son salvos porque son judíos, no porque han recibido el regalo de la salvación. Ese es en sí la gran diferencia entre ellos y nosotros. Ellos viven en el Antiguo Testamento, nosotros vivimos en el Nuevo Testamento. Ellos viven bajo la...
Okay, I agree with this guy in some parts, but I don't like the way he showed this topic because it's from a Christian perspective, But
all topics are shown that way, right? You either start here, here.
Yeah, but you need to take the main thing here. The main thing here is like I agree with this guy in the fact that okay, you don't believe in Jesus, okay, so you follow the law, which is the Antiguo Testamento, and we believe in Jesus, so we follow. So we start our history in base of your history. You understand?
That's right. Ours stops here and yours begins here.
Okay.
Yeah.
The information at the end is correct what he's saying. Okay.
So
but I don't like his approach.
Yeah. So vivimos means we
live in the New Testament and they live under the law. You see.
So what is bajo?
Bajo is under.
Por la ley, nosotros vivimos.
You see, under the law. And we live. So, but I don't like the way you understand? So it's like a kind of differentiation, but at the end we need to take the most important part, which is the main thing, okay?
Bajo la gracia. Esto es Corson en un minuto, en donde respondo a...
Okay, this guy is playing what is obvious, actually. Okay, anyways, so I'm gonna share to you this one. I didn't like so much that video, but
you don't have to share that one then. If you don't like it, don't share it.
Okay, I didn't like
I'm okay with that.
Okay, so anyways, the main information was okay. We believe in Jesus, so that's why we have the New Testament. You don't believe in Jesus in the resurrection of Jesus, so that's why you follow the old prophets. Yeah. And this is the end of this wonderful lesson, my friend. Okay. Okay, anything that you want to say before finish?
No, this is, this, like I said, in Spanish lesson, I'm learning something every time we do this. We'll go back to grammar and we'll go back to vocabulary because that's where I need the most help. But this is all of interest and all making me read and pronounce and all that is all self.
Yes. Thank you, my friend. I'm going to share with you a small file of the thing that we were reading in the lesson here.
Yep.
Okay, so I will paste it. So here you have all the vocabulary about this lesson, okay? Okay, Warren, nos estamos viendo en la próxima, amigo.
Espero un buen fin de semana. Buen fin de semana.
Un buen fin de semana. Un buen fin de semana.
I hope you have a good weekend.
Yeah, espero que tengas un buen fin de semana.
To tengas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me
Hope
type
you
it
all
here.
have a good weekend.
Espero que tengas un buen fin de semana. También es YouTube, okay? También.
You don't have to yell at me.
Yeah, no problem. Thank
See,
you.
old man, I do that. Okay, I see you
Thank you,
next
my
week.
friend, for
Okay, pal.
sharing with you your things. Adiós.
All right. Ciao. See you.
Adiós.